Well, the REVEAL trial studied the fourth CETP inhibitor, and that's a class of drugs that can double the HDL and further lower LDL by about 20% or so. And overall, the trial results found a small but significant benefit, about 9% overall. And when we looked, it had more to do with the LDL lowering, and we couldn't really see much benefit of the HDL raising, interestingly. So questions there for HDL raising said, well, maybe we need to study it in the right population. And so one group is diabetics. They typically have low HDL. And what about raising HDL in that setting? And of course, lowering LDL for diabetics is good. And what was presented here was data showing just consistent findings, so about the same 9 or 10% benefit in diabetics and non-diabetics. So they did not seem to have any kind of enhanced benefit. The other interesting data was to look at the issue of new-onset diabetes that has consistently been seen to be a higher risk and one of the real risks with statins. And here what was seen as the opposite of a lower incidence of new-onset diabetes when using a CETP inhibitor. So an interesting thing, the class of drugs will likely not be made available commercially, so it's more sort of scientific interest, but one that different lipid-lowering therapies can modulate the risk of diabetes, so an interplay between diabetes risk and our lipid-lowering therapies. My takeaway from the trial has been that the further LDL lowering, in this case from about 60 at baseline to 50 milligrams per deciliter, could lead to further benefit. And so even people at goal on statin therapy, if they go to a new lower goal, can see benefit. And so I've come away thinking here we have evidence of titrating people more towards 50 milligram per deciliter as their goal or target range. And so hopefully some useful new information from the REVEAL trial.